Hi everyone, today I'm going to review the Fiona Stiles Matte Finish Foundation Concentrate. I have it in the shade 02 Warm Ivory. This line of beauty products is new to Ulta Beauty. It's an okay match, but it works even better when I mix it with my NYX White Pro Foundation Mixer. I've been playing around with this for a couple of days, so I have a good idea of what I want to share with you guys today. The packaging is very nice and sleek in a glass frosted bottle, and I don't know, it's very heavy. The only complaint I have about the packaging is if you don't put it on the correct way, it won't go down. You have to have it in a certain area. So I'm going to show you a close-up of my skin. As always, you can see my freckles, my pores, redness, scarring, all that good stuff. When I use a beauty blender to apply the foundation, I feel like it gives a sheen and it takes away from the matte formulation of this. So I'm going to try using a brush today to see if that will help it give a more mattifying finish. Honestly, I think the finish of it is the same whether you use a brush or a beauty blender. You can still see that it has like a nice sheen. So here's my bare skin. And here we have one layer of the foundation on. It didn't cling on to any dryness, blurred my pores, evened out my skin tone. So let me finish the other half of the face with one pump. Does cling on to patchiness a little bit with a brush. The finish of it is a demi-matte satin finish. There is still like a natural sheen to the skin. It did cling on to the dryness around my eyebrows and the nose area, which are my problem areas. I'm gonna quickly just dab over some dry patches like between my eyebrows with a beauty blender. As for application, my blush and contour, bronzer applied very seamlessly. Also, I get a lot of questions asked like what's on my lips a lot. Today I have by Beauty Luminous Cream Lipstick in Pepper. And on top, to give my lips a little oomph, I have the Buxom Full-On Lip Cream in Dolly. I'm pretty boring and basic when it comes to lipstick. I like to be classy, you know. Let me give you guys a close-up of what my foundation looks like on my skin with the rest of my makeup on. I am a little bit shiny on the forehead area, I feel, and the high points of my face. I think it looks extremely flawless on the skin. The rest of my makeup looks flawless as well. It does oxidize like a quarter of a shade darker. Maybe I sound psycho saying that, like a quarter of a shade, like I could like measure it in my head, but I am that picky, okay? I notice everything. So I will check back within a couple of hours to show you guys how this is wearing on my face. The foundation still looks really flawless. It is holding up my blush, contour, and highlight well. The redness in my cheeks are still covered and my pores are still blurred. It hasn't caked up much in the crevices of my nose. I am getting a little oily around my forehead area. I'm loving how this foundation is wearing. It is settling into my fine lines just a little bit around my mouth. It's been happening to me a lot recently, so maybe I'm just getting wrinkly. The small amount of patchiness that I had when I first applied it with the brush, it's all kind of gone and everything seems really seamless on my skin. It's nothing mind-blowing or like the most amazing foundation in the world or anything, but it's just a good solid foundation. It lasts probably an average amount, like 6-7 hours. It covers what I want to cover. It evens out my skin tone, gives me a natural finish. It's not drying, it's comfortable. Yeah, I don't feel it on my skin anymore. Now I just feel like my own skin, which is like a little bit dry, patchy, oily, all that in one, confusing. Products I applied on top of my foundation, like my blush, are still visible on my skin. It's wearing off a little bit around the cheek and mouth area, but the redness isn't peeping through my skin just yet. The crevices of my nose is looking a little cakey as well. I am very glowy on the forehead area. Foundation tends to wear off on my chin area. Under the eyes in this triangle area, it's getting a little cakey. That's because I have, multiple layers of product on my skin. The foundation, the corrector, concealer, and powder. So that's why it's getting a little cakey around this area. It doesn't have amazing lasting power as the Shiseido one I tried, and it's not extremely mattifying. It's very skin-like. I do think that it controls your oils. Normally I would look a lot more luminous than I do right now. It's definitely not like super oil controlling though, because even at the beginning I had a slight sheen to the skin. For my preference, I like that. For others, you may not. I would recommend this for all skin types. If you have dry skin, as with any other product, you want to moisturize and prep your skin well, especially in your dry, patchy, flaky areas. I didn't use primer, I only moisturized, and there was some patchiness here and there, but not as bad as other mattifying foundations that I've tried. If you have oily skin, just make sure to powder around the areas that you tend to get oily and maybe touch up throughout the day. So normally I would powder my face just in the center, especially my forehead, because for some reason it just like reflects everything. I'll see you guys next time in probably another review, because that's what I like to do.